Did you grow up with Campbell's soup like we did as kids? Well, one of my favorites was beef with vegetables and barley. Back then it was called barley beef soup. And that's what I'm making today. I actually found the recipe on the back of this box and decided to try it, and Mark and I loved it. This is what you're gonna need. I've got ground beef, onion, garlic, celery, carrots, of course the quick barley, where I found the recipe. I've got frozen veggies, salt and pepper, tomatoes, Better Than Bouillon, one of our favorites, that's beef flavor, basil, and bay leaves. I've got everything prepped and ready to go. I've got my pot. I'm gonna add my ground beef. Now the original recipe only calls for half a pound, but we said let's go for it, let's do a whole pound. And it was definitely good. I'm gonna add that. And we have a late entry for an ingredient, which I'll explain in just a minute. So while that continues to brown, what I'm gonna add, which wasn't part of the original recipe, is stew meat. Now I did that the first time. We actually had steak left over from a previous meal, and I added that to the soup, and it was great. It was already cooked because we had had it the night before, but we really liked that addition. I'm going to move the ground beef to the side and add the stew meat. All right, now I'm ready to add my next ingredients, which are onion and garlic. So of course the recipe and all the information will be in the description box. I'm going to collect some of the grease using paper towel. I saw another YouTuber do that and I thought that was a great idea. I'll lower the temp a little bit. Now we're going to add salt and pepper. We have celery. This is an unusual recipe that it calls for frozen vegetables as well as fresh carrots, which I bought pre-sliced. Okay, I need to get to my other ingredients. It calls for 5 cups of water. We have our pearl barley, looks like that to begin with. Stirring as I go. Add our tomatoes. Now, it originally called for whole tomatoes and then cut them. I just decided let's go ahead and go for the diced, and you add everything. You don't need to drain them. I'm going to add my bouillon. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons. That's 2. So 1 and then 3. So we love Better Than Bouillon. So it's got to cook for at least 10 minutes before we add the frozen. 10 minutes has passed, and now I'm going to add the frozen veggies. In the instructions, it said after 10 more minutes, the soup should be ready, but we found the longer it cooked, the better it was. This is about 9 ounces of frozen veggies. All right, I'm going to let this simmer on the stove, maybe for about 30 minutes. Beef barley soup.
It says heart healthy.
It says heart healthy, especially with the steak and ground beef.
Delicious.
It is delicious. And the longer it stays on the stove, the better it gets.
Oh, it'll be great tomorrow.
Yes, for sure it'll be good tomorrow.
Regina made this earlier in the week for us to test for the recipe and adjust. Mm-hmm. A little French bread. Mm-hmm. Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, I definitely like this. So the additions were that it originally called for half a pound of ground beef. We made it a pound, and then we added the steak.
Some stew meat.
Yeah, stew meat. So
one thing we know that will happen is that the barley will open up and really absorb a lot more liquid. So we'll probably have to add some more water tomorrow.
right, exactly. And we kept working on adjusting the salt and pepper, so you're going to adjust it to the way you like it. But overall, it's really good.
We just added a little more basil to it. And I think tomorrow it'll be perfect.
Yes, definitely. And we love soup.
Thanks for making this.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So next time we see you, who knows? Will it be a recipe or will it be something else? We don't know. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful.